I would just like to hold you, and this is where we go. The most popular position, it's actually the first one in the Cuddle Sutra. This one is what's asked for. Lots of people kind of begin here. If they know that they want a full body experience, this is kind of the one that a lot of people request, and maybe it's because it's the first one. That's very possible as well, but it seems to be a really popular one that feels really good. So take a look. How does that feel to you? Either you're the one on the bottom that's holding, or you're the one that's kind of leaning in and putting your head on their shoulder. Either position in that feels really good. Sometimes we'll flip, so I love to be the one that's lying on my back and holding someone, and sometimes then we'll switch, and then I'll be the one that's kind of leaning on them. The interesting thing about this position is that in the original first edition of the Cuddle Sutra, it was called Come to Papa. And the link that I send to my clients usually sends them the first edition because that's what's available online. They did change the name, and I think that was the smartest thing they could have done. They changed it to Wrap It Up. And the Come to Papa, to some that really resonates, and they do feel like this very kind of a paternal, I'll protect you kind of feeling. But for a lot of us, it just feels icky and gross and like, no, I'm not going to Papa. Ugh, it's too gendered and uncomfortable. So when I do send the book, of course, my clients know it is Come to Papa because that's what's in the book. And I, of course, understand that that's, what they're going to call it because they don't know that the name changed in the second edition. So, of course, I don't say anything. I don't even correct them. But I'm really happy that the Cuddle Sutra authors changed it to Wrap It Up. Even though I don't know if it's the best name for it, but it is what it is. With this position, there's a few things that happen. So usually I'm the one that's on top, just because I think sometimes people feel better if they're the ones holding. They'll extend their arm, and then I'll put my head, kind of like nuzzle myself kind of right here in the space next to them. And then once I'm there, I have one arm and one leg that are open and available to do different things with. And I will say the arm that's kind of underneath, you can see that here she's on top of her arm. I don't have it there. That would hurt and would crush and it wouldn't feel good. So I kind of put my arm right next to mine and along their body in a way that, again, it feels really snug. And if you don't like that feeling, then this might not be the best position for you, but it doesn't fall asleep or anything. That's kind of what I'm trying to avoid. At least for me, it doesn't fall asleep. So then I have, like, let's say if I'm on someone's right-hand side, I have my right arm and my right leg. We'll ask about the leg. I go, do you want my leg next to your leg, over your leg, like right here over this part, like what's seen in the image, or around your waist? And so I think that most clients request to have my leg around the waist, and that just feels really good on my back. It just feels good on my body. But they have choices, right? So I give them some options in where they want my leg, and then my arm. So then I have my right arm that kind of goes over. Do I want that arm on touching your abdomen? Do you want it like your heart right here? Do you want me to then, or touch your face and touch your hair? So again, this arm has a lot of access to the body, and they can kind of, request the kind of touch that they want. I usually like to go right to the face, to the hair, and play with the hair, and kind of stroke the face, which really feels good. So that's it. The most popular position. Wrap it up. This feels good to you. Ask somebody in your life if you can kind of just snuggle into someone or have them snuggle into you and experience this very loving position.